Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back to Krastorio. I finished building the grid of stone. Somebody said in the comments, you know, you checked the rail alignment vertically, but you didn't check it horizontally. And I got a sinking feeling. And sure enough, even though I was aligned going east and west, I was not aligned going north and south. So, or no, I was aligned north and south, but not east and west. So I had to basically pick up one tile, and then shift everything over a tile. So it should now be completely aligned, as we can see here. So if we look at the corner there. So it's all set now, but I did have to do a little bit of extra work on it. Over here, what I'd like to do is, you know, I mentioned that eventually this thing could get full of copper and sand, and then iron would not be able to get in, which would also mean that iron won't be able to get out. So one thing that we can do there is we can put some limits on the belts here. So let me see. See, the problem though is that I've got mixed belts, so it's hard for me to control this. I may have to filter these belts after all. Okay, because this one's going to get a little sand on it. Okay, so what I can do there is I'll put priority right, and let's make that iron ore. Okay, so all the sand will go out that side. All right, and then let's put that in there. And then what we can do is we can limit that one. And we can say if sand is greater than, I don't know, 10,000. No, I want it enabled if it's less than 10,000. Okay, so if we get more than 10,000 in there, then we disable that so that we don't bring any more sand in. And we could do the same for copper, but then you get this garbage, right? And people are always telling me that the filter splitters work great, and they do work great, but only if all the belts are moving all the time. Then it works like crap. I don't like it. I have another idea. Can I filter these? No, I can't filter the slots. That's too bad. If I could filter one of the slots to have iron, then it would solve the problem. Yeah. Well, to heck with it. We'll just let it fill up, and then when it's full, I'll come and empty some junk out so it can start flowing again. See, I really don't like mixing stuff, and I don't like using filter splitters. And I don't care how much everybody tells me filter splitters are awesome. I just don't like them. What are you going to do about it? All right, enough complaining. Let's get back to base building. Okay, so I got some research done here. We'll continue with that. I need to start working toward blue science, I suppose. Although, where are blue science packs? Here they are. Oh, okay. I need to get... Yeah, so it looks like advanced electronics is what I need to unlock some of the components that I need to build the fancy science data, the research data stuff, whatever that is. All right, so I don't really need any of that. Not in any hurry. I'm just going to start researching what I've got available. Battery, fluid wagon, plastics. Okay, and then we'll do advanced electronics, and that'll unlock some of this other stuff, silicon wafers and things of that nature that we need to get to these more advanced research options. So we'll just keep moving through the research as best we can. Now I also have the research done to do the what do I want to say? To do the steel parts with that other method. But I did get a tip again in the comments from the last video. Somebody suggested that we could take the stone that's coming out of here and convert it back to sand and just loop it back into the input, which I think is, honestly, I think that's the best idea, because then we don't have any byproducts. Okay, so let's put a machine here, and I'm sure that at some point I'm gonna have to rework all of this. Yeah, okay. I know what we can do. All right, so we'll use this to make sand. And then we'll wire up this inserter so that this is only active if stone equals 0. Right, so we'll pull sand from here only if this box is empty. So that way because I'm not sure, we're putting out one stone for every 4 sand that we pull in. And this makes 8 sand from 2 stone. 1 stone. Oh, okay. So it should be a perfect ratio, right? We take 4 sand, we get 1 stone out. Yeah, so we don't even need this. We don't need that anymore. Awesome. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, so actually we could simplify this even further. I wish I had noticed that before. Okay, so making sand, and then we don't even need the filter splitter, and then I can just load 2 stones in there, and then we should have a perfectly circular process. Right? Oh, okay. No. 4 sand. That should have given me 8 sand. But there's only 2 in there. Okay, so let me give this a couple more stone and see what happens here. Oh, I see. Okay. This is saying 2 stone to get 1 sand. Total raw material is 8 sand. You can make 2 stone from 8 sand, but I'm only getting 1 sand out. Okay, so I still do need both of these. I misunderstood what I was looking at here. Okay, so let's put the stone. Let's go back in the chest. We can actually just use a wooden chest. All right, so I'll have to put this back the way that it was. Okay, you make sand, and I think I can just use a splitter here. We're not using a whole lot of it. That's a 2-second, yeah, we should do that. And I'm out of red wires. I wasted them all. Okay, so this will be enabled if stone is equal to 0. Okay. So this way we'll turn this stone into sand. Oh no. Because once this puts the stone in there, it's going to be 0 and it's going to pull the sand. Well, I think it'll pull equally between these two. So maybe we don't really need that control there. It ought to pull equally from both of these sources. Like, let's take the quartz out. Yeah. Okay. Son of a gun. All right. Shift C. Let's dump this extra stuff I got here. Okay. I think we're in business now. Is this going to fill up? I hope it doesn't. We'll find out. Sorry to spend so much time on that. This is really filling up at an alarming rate. We need to start using up more copper. But I think more iron is what is going to eventually allow us to use more copper too, because right now we've got a bottleneck. So what we need to do is to get over to the iron ore. Ideally by train. Yeah, I really feel like that's too far to be bringing it by belts. I'll end up using thousands and thousands of belts. So let's see if we can set up another one of these. And let's see where that ends up, because that's where I want to put the rail. And it ends up landing right on top of my power plant. which is not a big deal. We can move it. We can, yeah, we could arrange it vertically here to get it out of the way of the grid. Yeah, so let's do that. All right, first I'm going to clear this belt of coal so that the bots don't have to deal with that. All right, we're going to lose power here for a moment, but it's not a big problem. There we go. And then I'm going to okay, I'm not going to control X. I'll control C. And we'll plop this down right over here. Actually, let's do it like this. I'll leave some space. All right. All right, and then we'll just pick all this up. We'll work together with the bots here. And meanwhile, the base has no power, but that's okay because we can take a break from research for a moment. We're not using laser turrets for defense, so it's not a big deal. It'll just pause our production for a moment. Whoops. All right, let's put this down again. Was it like that? Oh no. Or was it like that? Or was it like this? Yeah. That's where it goes. Okay, so I'm going to need some landfill so I can put the rail through there. Okay, put that there. There's the agua. Let's clear these trees out of here. Let's load some ammo in there. The biters will be coming sooner or later. And then we'll just need to run coal over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, actually we'll want to run it north instead of south as it is currently. Okay. From here. All right, set the output priority to the power. All right, and then we'll do some underground belts to jump over the tracks, which will be there eventually. Okay, and we're all set. And let's connect power from here, I suppose. And we're almost there. Oh, look at that. Do I actually slow down on the sand? I think I do. Maybe that explains why my movement speed was so slow around here, because it's sandy. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of some of this extra coal that I'm carrying around. There we go. Okay, and I should probably put another turret up here. Let's put one there, and let's put one there. And we'll put in 50 rounds. Okay. So that clears the way for us to start laying rail, but as I said, I need some landfill so that I can get the rail over this little bit of lake. I think it won't take a lot, but probably at least a few hundred pieces of landfill. So let's start making a supply of that. And where shall we do that? I guess we can do it down here where all the stone is. Landfill, 20 stone. Okay, and we will fill a whole chest. It's hard to have too much landfill. Actually, let's make another inserter. Okay. So we'll have to let that run for a while. It'll take a bit. I could also turn excess sand into stone, couldn't I? Okay. I think I am going to put in that circuit control. Just on those. Okay, so if sand is less than 10,000, we'll let that in. If copper is less than 10,000, then we'll let those in. Okay. Now the only disadvantage here is that I'm going to I won't be able to get that iron to go in. So that's too bad, but not a big deal. And let's just get rid of those so we minimize the amount of sand that we're mixing up in there. Okay, so this should be good enough for now. And hopefully we'll prevent the flow of iron from stopping while we get more iron brought in. Okay, so I've got 42 pieces of landfill, which is not going to last very long. Ugh, get off of the sand. Yeah, so it'll have to go here, basically. Okay. Well, what else can we do in the meantime? We can set up that filtration. No, we can. I need red circuits for that. Okay. Well, I suppose we could start laying rail everywhere else. We could start making engines for the locomotive. Cargo wagon, look at this. Cargo wagon, storage size 100. So the cargo wagons have 100 slots. And because of that, I'm thinking that maybe I should just do 1-2 trains instead of 1-4 trains. Because a 1-4 train is going to have 400 slots, which is like 10 cargo wagons in vanilla. Then again, I'm going to be using LTN, and I can control how much gets loaded. Because otherwise it would take a very long time for the trains to load. All right, so let's do 1-4. Maybe that'll come in handy, especially like for mining, for bringing ore and stuff. Those trains will be able to hold a ton of material, which I think will be nice. All right, so we'll stick with 1-4. How many am I making now? 2. I need more of these iron beams. I should start crafting more of these. Let's do that. Okay, and then for the locomotive, I'm going to need 30 engines. So let's start crafting some engines. Let's take iron beams, gears, and pipes. How many of each? Okay, so let's put in 30 gears. That'll give me 30 engines. I could put in 100 pipes. That's a full stack. And then I'll need 30 iron beams as well. Okay, that's more than enough. So we can start to make the locomotive engine. Great. Okay, and we can put those into a chest. I haven't loaded the LTN mod yet, but I'll install that before the next episode. And that way, because there's some research that goes with that, that way we can get the research done. But in the meantime, we can start putting in the rail. So let's go ahead and grab all of it. I'll need to make some signals. For that, I need iron. Maybe I need circuits. All right, so let's grab. Ooh, okay. That's probably more circuits than I need. Yeah, my shortage is really on the iron. All right, I'm going to turn that off again. I really need to get this train set up. And I also need big power poles, which also takes iron. Okay, so maybe I should just bring in iron with belts for now. Because without the iron, it's going to be real hard to make this rail system. So I think I'm going to do that. I'll just load up on belts. I'll put this rail back for now. I have no belts. Okay. So what I want to do now is I want to use all the iron that I'm making just to make belts. go. Okay. And then I'm going to need also a bunch of mining drills, which also require iron plates, surprisingly enough. So there's 10. That'll give me 22. Ideally, I'd like to have 60, although I'm not going to have enough. I don't think that patch is big enough for 60 drills. All right, so let's just make 30, and we'll bring over at least one full yellow belt. And then we can start building the rail. 22, that's 4. That'll give me 26. 27, 28, 29, and I need one more. 30. Okay. And let's make a boatload of electric poles. Not like that. But like this. Okay. So we're just going to do this the low-tech way with small power poles and lots of yellow belts. And let's see. All right, so let's start with the power. I'll bring it down to where this rail is going to be. Oh, look at that. You can walk through water. Is that from the mod, or is that part of the base game? That's cool. Okay. You can't build on it. All right, so I'll run this power line like down here. And we'll just run this all the way over to that iron patch. All right, I'm going to need a couple of turrets, because there are biters over there. I have a decent supply of ammo. But I need more iron for the turrets. Let me get rid of the glass. All right, we'll make 5 turrets. I'll make a radar. I think I have enough power to run another radar over there. Yeah. Okay. And let me grab some of this stone brick as well, so we can make all this running around a little bit quicker. No, I don't want you guys to do that. Turn the bots off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to end the episode, but between now and the next episode, I am going to run these power lines over there. The terrain is really wonderful. Pretty happy with that. That almost looks like cliffs, but I'm pretty sure I turned cliffs off. At least I hope I did. Gets a little tricky here with these trees. Okay. Yeah, this isn't too terribly far. right, let's see how the biters are. Since we've got Bob's enemies, I don't know if they're going to be much different. Okay. Repair pack. There we go. And let's make another bar for combat. Okay, and one more up here. All right, well, I'll finish this up, and I'll show you what I did in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.